Hello, Professor. My name is Irina Slepneva. This is a short presentation to address Peter Drucker's quote on the purpose of business is to create a customer. So I will first evaluate the statement and then I will apply it to two companies, Apple and Procter & Gamble, to consider their two approaches and how they may relate to this quote by Peter Drucker. So Drucker's statement is focused on innovation. Drucker's understanding of innovation in business was also very specifically focused on innovation. It speaks of creating a customer because a business that is focused on innovation might be releasing a product that has never existed before, and therefore it doesn't yet have a customer base. So you would need to create those customer base to sell your products. And other businesses like Procter & Gamble, for example, largely exist to fulfill an existing need in personal care products, in household products, which is a fundamentally different product category than Apple is engaging in. So to consider Apple, Steve Jobs' quote that is also provided for this exercise is, "How can the customers tell you what to do when they don't know what's possible?" And Steve Jobs has applied that notion in all of his business endeavors. He revolutionized the cell phone industry at a time where it seemingly was doing just fine with keyboard-based phones. However, today we can hardly imagine having any other type of phone other than a smartphone, which was pioneered with the release of the iPhone. And Steve Jobs' notion of the customers not being able to tell you what to do is the opposite of Procter & Gamble's concept of customer's boss, because the two companies have fundamentally different business purposes. Apple was built as an innovative company. It was a pioneer in the personal computer category at a time where the notion itself of having a computer for personal use was a novelty. He continued that practice throughout his career when he left Apple, founding Pixar, the first animation studio to do fully digital 3D animation feature, which was Toy Story. And Procter & Gamble, on the other hand, produces consumer goods for everyday use that don't necessarily call for constant innovation on the level that Apple has. Apple provides premium high-tech devices for personal use also, but they focus on cutting-edge technology and bringing new things into people's lives to help them create new experiences. However, for Procter & Gamble, their statement of customer's boss works for their business because they don't aim to provide products that revolutionize the way you interact with your phone like Apple does. And while, of course, there's constant innovation in the area of personal care products, also, the types of products themselves largely remain the same. Like if you are using hand cream, then you will continue to use hand cream, and it can be a different brand or a slightly different formulation, but the product itself is the same. And the range of product is less appropriate to be constantly innovating. Therefore, Drucker's statement doesn't fit Procter & Gamble as well as it does Apple. It, however, is perfectly aligned with Apple as a company that provides technological innovation that anticipate the needs of customers that haven't yet formed that need themselves. So in conclusion, while Drucker's statement makes perfect sense when it's applied to companies like Apple, it cannot be a blanket statement that applies to all businesses and is best suited for companies that focus on substantial innovation in all of their products.